because let's be honest, I won't have time between tomorrow and the weekend to go ahead and start editing. So this will be an unedited show. And this is now episode 2 of what we are now calling Brand Warfare. GM Eddie Nigma, GM of SmackDown, Eddie Lynch. We're both competing against each other to see who will have the most points by WrestleMania or after WrestleMania and who is GM of the year. Boom. Who has the better brand? Let's get this going. So, episode 2, we're going to review not only Monday Night Raw, but also Wednesday Night NXT. That's right, we're watching NXT now. It's been a little bit. And I can see, while not much has changed, there are a lot of new faces to the game. And yes. I'm like, man, this is interesting. I do like NXT, though. I do like what's going on.
I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And might I add, before we start this, the first round of Brand Warfare goes to Ed for week number 1 with 10-1. Eddie Lynch to Eddie Nigma.
Damn. Wow, isn't that a kicker? I don't know what to say. That makes me pretty happy. That makes me really friggin' happy. But yeah, alright. If you want to help support the show, listen, we got some new merch for you guys. We got our very own PLK, Podcast Legend Killers t-shirt, fresh off of the, what do you call this? Of the clothes hanger, right? Fresh off the shelf. Listen, we also do hoodies. I don't know the price on that yet, but I will eventually get that for you guys. But
I'll be getting one of those once winter comes around. Yes.
Yeah. So once I get a price on that, we'll definitely have a price for you guys. But for $25 into our PayPal account, PayPal me at eJose98. $25, you get your very own shirt, and cool. We'll ship it, and yeah, support the Federation. What's it called? Help this channel grow. God damn it. Also, a month from now, be ready. We will have a Twitch live chat every Wednesday, and that will be interesting. What's it called? I'm sorry. I'm blanking here. I'm failing at my own promotion. Listen, we will be talking about general topics, not just wrestling. We may include some wrestling as well, but if you want to hear us talk about stuff like Charlie Sheen and his Tiger Blood, if you want to hear us talk about comic books, you want to hear us talk about TV shows, you want to hear us talk about the strange thing about the Johnsons, that's a topic we're going to talk about. Whatever it may be, yeah, I mean, boom. And here's the good thing about that. Not only is the DM open so that, you guys can reach out to us about, whatever. We'll even read them out loud if you want a little shout out, whatever. One last thing of promotion. This is the last plug, I promise, then we'll get started. For $1, just $1 to our PayPal account donation, you get a free nickname and a shout out. A nickname of your choosing, by the way. I'm not choosing it for you. You choose it, whatever you want, unless you want me to choose it for you. But you might not like it. It might be lame. So choose your own damn nickname. Anyway. Thank you, guys. Alright. So, with all the shameless self-plugging going on, let's go ahead and get on to the show. Alright, Eddie.
Yes, sir.
What'd you think of Monday Night Raw? I'll be honest, I kind of skimmed through it, so I don't know. Did you watch it yourself?
I did. I thought it was an okay show. Mm-hmm. But I remember one thing you texted me during the show is Raw does have a lot of segments, and I think that took away from it.
Yeah.
But it's all about, story building, storytelling, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
I think for my case, there might be a little too much filler. You know what I mean? Like...
Right.
I just don't think, like, okay, Raw Underground... Okay, I understand pandemic era, there's... You know what I mean? You can only watch so much. Fair enough. I think maybe to do, like... where do I begin? There are some segments where I'm just like, okay, here's one. Angel Garza and Ivar of the War Machine.
The Viking Raiders.
Oh, Viking Raiders. Sorry, I'm thinking of their NXT name. Like that.
Yeah, they should have kept that one, but not their fault.
Yeah, that's not their fault. I just don't see like what's the gain up behind that segment. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can understand the whole, what was that segment? Okay, with, Angelo Dawkins getting at, Angel Garza, and referencing Charlie Caruso, by the way. Like that, okay, that makes sense. Some filler, not necessary. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. Honestly, I think they're pumping them up. I think Angel Garza and Andrade actually are going to win the tag team championships at this point, which is why I'm glad they're on my roster. But we'll see. Things can change.
I mean,
things may change.
I mean, I just got 2 points off. Well, actually, no. I got 1 point off of you. But let's go ahead and get into the points. First match of the night, yes. I believe, was Angel Garza, right?
No, that would be Apollo Crews and Shelton Benjamin, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, what happened in that match? Because I remember the opening segment. By the way, Apollo Crews' new theme song, absolutely dislike it. I'm sorry. I do not like it. I prefer his old theme song. It was just too, like... What is even the word? Like...
Oh, he has a new theme song, because remember, I missed that one, I believe. Yeah, I missed the first 2 matches.
It starts out Raw with, like, someone yelling his name, and then it goes into, like, this hip-hop beat. I'm just, like, I'm not sold on it. I'm sorry, but I preferred the old Cruise Control theme.
Honestly, I like the one he had originally.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Well, aside from that, he took the win. But then after that, went into the 24/7 championship match.
Ah, yes, R-Truth.
And with Shelty beat R-Truth after he ran down.
Yep. I just won 5 points. Funny enough, you're going to see some back and forth today. You're going to see some back and forth.
If it comes to points, no. Because clearly you're killing me.
I'm talking about my points.
A lot of back and forth, but at least you still even out, man.
Yeah.
At least you still even out.
Let's see. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this going. Who else we got?
So those were the first 2 matches right there. Then the third was Garza versus Ivar.
Garza and Ivar. That's your point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my point. Yes.
Okay, I didn't see too much of this match. I'll be honest. This is one of the ones I kind of skimmed through. But I'll bet it was a good match. Did you watch it yourself?
I did watch this match. It was decent. It was nothing decent? Overly memorable, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It set the story up to push up Garza and Andrade. So I take it for what it was and what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. All right, and so after that was the backstage segment with Angelo Dawkins. Listen, Angelo Dawkins, it's funny enough, I wasn't super sold on him, but after this segment, he was actually pretty entertaining to watch. What's it called? Him bringing up Charlie Caruso, thought that was funny, and then Angel just, mind your own business, and then then there was the next segment with the backstage segment. I think he played it really well. After the script was played, he goes and he turns into a serious look, and you clearly see shit's looking bad now. Selena Vega's trying to justify her, actions by saying that was clearly doctored. It doesn't even prove anything, and clearly Charlie Caruso did it because she's jealous of Angel Garza or some shit like that, right? Basically, this setup for Montez Ford's return. Okay, I thought this was a good segment for what it was. Okay, maybe you could have done this. Could you have delivered it a little bit better? Yeah, but no worries. I'm not gonna complain. They definitely treated it like a backstage segment, as it should have been. I'm glad they had it backstage. Imagine them going out to the ring for this. It just wouldn't have made sense. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a common gripe I have about the WWE product, is that some of their segments, should just be backstage, because it's just such a waste of time sometimes. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Personally, watching this and then seeing Montez Ford come back, and then they're playing up, oh well, he's not going to be good in 2 weeks. I'm like, are you seeing the way this man's moving in the match? He literally just hit a tope con hilo on Andrade. Yeah,
Dude, that was sick.
Yeah,
that was sick. Yep. Yes.
Yep. If he hasn't recovered fully, I want to. This guy better be on fucking 70 miles an hour when he is 100%, because it's like, okay, he obviously didn't sell. He's obviously not selling the effects or
being poisoned, I think it was.
Yeah. But he's obviously either not selling the effects, or maybe commentary's just not playing the narrative correctly. I don't know. But we'll get to that. Next segment, was this the Samoa Joe segment?
With him and Zelina, right?
Oh, yeah, Zelina. No. Sorry, after that. Because I noticed a lot of people are interacting with Joe now more. Maybe that means something. I don't know. But I'm talking about Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio.
Oh.
Was that the next segment?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you think about this segment? I personally enjoyed it.
I thought it was good, to be honest with you. I think the build-up to this entire feud has been good. I wasn't necessarily a fan of that eye for an eye match. That was just ridiculous, just like the two men fight. But, yeah, I thought it was good. I think Rollins is going to take the W come SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that's how it should go. Because honestly, I just don't see, unless Rey Mysterio gets involved, I don't see Dominic, Dominic getting over this cleanly. You know what I mean? I think
Rey is going to get involved, and that might be what cost Dominic the match in the end, ultimately.
Oh, okay. That actually could be interesting.
Yeah.
Who knows? Honestly.
Yeah, who knows? That one's a toss-up, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I see Rollins winning, but if Dominic won,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I think this should be the end. This, you know what I mean? Like, Rollins needs to move on. Dominic needs to move on. Rey needs to move on. This storyline has gone on long enough. You know what I mean?
It has. It really has.
Yeah. And with this segment, I'll be honest. If this is the go-home segment for this Raw, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? If this is the go-home segment to their feud, I'm okay with it, because I thought it was smart. You know what I mean? Okay, Rey cuts this promo, this very impassioned promo, and I watched it and I thought to myself, okay, Rey very clearly, you know what I mean, for all intents and purposes, I think he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna stay with the company. This promo tells me that, because it doesn't sound like he's leaving. He doesn't make it sound like he's leaving. He might retire to a managerial role to help Dominic, which is what I can kind of see happening as well. But beyond that, I don't think he's leaving. You know what I mean?
And I think I read he actually came to a deal with him and signed a contract, so he will get paid now, because I guess he's been working kind of as a free agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. So like a handshake agreement, like Mick Foley in 2016. Okay. Yeah, I think personally, well, since that's the case and that makes sense given the booking, then I mean, there's no rush for Dominic to win this one. No, it's cool.
If his career's just starting, I mean, think about it. You're just starting. Your first match is against Seth Rollins. That's huge for somebody starting off. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, and if Dominic loses, right, this could plant the seeds for early seeds for Ray versus Dominic at WrestleMania, potentially. And I know that's a very early prediction to make, but if you think about it, you can
I like that prediction.
Yeah, you can make the narrative, right? You can make the case of, okay, have Dominic lose match after match after match after match, some of them being Ray's fault. You know, eventually Dominic is fed up with it. Boom, already built-in storyline right there.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get on to the next segment, which, by the way, we're gonna give predictions later on in the show. So, for those of you thinking we're already giving our predictions, sorry, not spoiling it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. The next segment.
Yeah.
I don't write the segments down. Do you remember what that one was? I know what the next match was.
Okay, let's get on to matches. It's cool. It wasn't even a noteworthy Raw to begin with. Besides that.
Not really, but Mickie James versus Natalya.
Okay, there's a lot of backlash on this, and quite frankly, I think rightfully so. How are you going to have Mickie James last week return on a backstage segment? Okay? Which, okay, that got people excited. Cool.
Then,
not how I would have had her return. But then, I'm sorry, Eddie, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no,
then,
you're fine.
But then, you have her come back, and you don't give her an entrance? You have her lose to Natalya like that? I don't mind her losing, but you have her lose to Natalya and go out like a fish?
The one thing I've noticed with Mickie James, since she's come back, is they've just been using her as enhancement talent. And I get it. Mickie is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
But by saying that, she should be treated a little bit better.
Yeah, better.
Like, she should have had a title run or two ever since she came back a few years ago.
Mm.
But that never happened. And at this point, I say send Mickie to NXT.
Yeah, you could treat her better there.
She can help those girls out. She can shine down there. Mm-hmm. They're not going to use her right on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Even though they can.
It's not, they can, but, you know, her time there is not going to do justice. Back when the SmackDown Live creative team was good in 2016, they used her right, in my opinion. I enjoyed the role that they had with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had her feud with Becky Lynch, and they put over Becky Lynch, but they also put over Mickie James. You know what I mean? And then they had
they also helped her elevate Alexa Bliss, because she was her mentor.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
So, you know, they did her right by doing that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to think that she came back to WWE feuding with Asuka, right? And she was built like a legend. Well, your words, a legend.
Yeah, their first match was on NXT, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she comes back to SmackDown, again, rightfully used. And it's like, ever since then, right, you just see this slope. And then now she comes back, doesn't even get an entrance? Doesn't even get an entrance.
She's a 6-time women's champion, right? She's just one behind Trish?
Yeah, 6-time.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
Okay, nonetheless, I lose a point for this one. Look,
that's whack. And mind you, I always love seeing Natalya get wins, because I think she should have more title reigns than she has now, but treat Mickey better. And treat Natalia better. Why are you pairing her up with Lana? Come on.
Okay. All right, I'm glad I checked. Yeah, so I lost the point. All right. I don't get it, man. She what did she come back for? What's her purpose?
In my opinion, to keep elevating these other women. But by doing so, you don't have to devalue her.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't.
Yeah.
This is Mickey freaking James we're talking about here.
Nor should you, yeah. Imagine if the Dudley Boys... Well, actually, that's a bad example. They did this to them. Imagine if Stone Cold Steve Austin came back, right? For whatever reason, he's in great shape of his life, and you come back and you have him do what? Oh, that's right. You have him feud with a mid-carder, and you don't even give him an
Stone
entrance.
Cold versus Elias.
And you don't give him an entrance either. Like, that just makes absolutely no sense to me.
I almost want to tell Mickey, you should have just stayed home, girl.
Might as well have.
You're better off somewhere else, or just staying retired.
Yeah. Regardless, good to see you, Mickey. Thank you.
But it is always good to see her. Yes, thank you for coming back. Like, I'm still a fan. Will always be a fan. So thank you.
Now, if you notice, we're not talking much about the matches because, well, there's not much to talk about the match. It was fairly short. I am interested in this feud, though. I just hope, you know what I mean, they treat Mickey better. All right.
I think, if anything, Mickey should come out on top in this feud.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. If you want to have her there to keep enhancing talent, then build her up at the same time, too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. By the way, still Team SmackDown.
As every show.
Okay, so next segment, or next match.
Next match was... this is the match that killed me in points. We had Sasha and Bayley versus Asuka and Shayna Baszler.
So in this one, you did not gain nor lose any points, but I gain.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, my girl Asuka won. Well, technically, you know, I took points off of your win, your roster pick. Shayna Baszler gave I think it was Bayley the careful to clutch. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm intrigued by this one. I know that Shayna Baszler is gonna get whoever's next on the Raw Women's Championship.
I'm just confused that they would have Shayna go over and not Asuka. You know, but it's fine.
I think... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I'm talking way too much.
I just think... No, I just feel like Asuka right now is the one that needs to put over. Asuka should still be the champion, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I was glad that Shayna won because she was my pick, but considering the other tag team I have on my roster, it's like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I would have had Asuka gone over in this. She's the one going to the championship at SummerSlam against both champions. So it'll just make her a little bit stronger looking, so to speak. But, like, I think what you were about to say is Shayna's going into one of the title pictures, so they're trying to build up on that. So
yeah, and I think they're trying to, like, they're having her go over to kind of build her relevance again. And make sure that, you know, people say, hey, don't forget about Shayna. She's still in this. And Shayna is still a badass. I'm not a huge fan of Shayna myself. But I do like what they're doing with her in this instance. And they're thinking ahead. They're planning ahead. So I'm okay with that. I'm not even going to argue it. Alrighty.
You know what? I'll save this question for after the predictions then. Okay. All right.
For sure.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Next match. What else we got?
Next. And this is what cost me all my points for the night. We had Ruby Riott versus Peyton Royce.
Woo! Boom! I'm glad I picked Peyton Royce of the Iconics, by the way. I picked both Iconics, but I'm a fan of Peyton Royce mostly. So
you know, I thought you had a bad pick when you picked them, but I'm starting to second guess that.
And Peyton,
we'll see, because I mean, the Iconics just returned, and the Riott Squad just kind of, I guess, reformed. So this is going to be an interesting feud. It can go either way, to be honest with you. Because I would love to see the Iconics go over, but at the same time, the Riott Squad really haven't got their comeuppance yet.
Yeah. And
now they're down a member, so I have faith they're going to climb that and build this women's tag team division, along with the Iconics, though. So this one's going to go either way.
For sure.
So I think we both had good choices in picking these women, honestly. Yeah.
For sure. I personally I'm a big fan of Peyton Royce. I mean, you clearly see what she's made of. So either way, even if she was on a losing streak, I don't care. I'd still pick her. So I'm good with it.
They are a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, I will agree with you on that. Yes.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Good job, asshole.
Thank you. This match, one of the matches I kind of skimmed through. I know I just said I'm a fan of Peyton Royce. I kind of skimmed through just because I wanted to see who would get the points. But from what I did see, okay, it was a good match. It was a good match. Fun match.
Talking about the six-man tag team match?
Oh, no. I was talking about the women's match.
Oh, the women's match.
Yeah,
okay, yes.
Sorry. But okay, so yeah,
honestly, I enjoyed that better than I did Natalya and Shayna. Not Shayna. Natalya and Mickey.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
For sure. All right, let's get on to the next match since you alluded to it. We got the six-man tag elimination match. We're not considering this a gimmick match, but, you know, for future reference.
Unless it's on Survivor Series.
Yes, unless it's on Survivor Series. Some elimination matches will be gimmick matches, but that depends. It's usually like six-man matches. Anyway, not important. Well, I mean it is, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Anyway, I'm sorry. So this match, okay, I was a little bit disappointed by it. I'll tell you why. Listen, I get that you're building up Apollo Crews. I get that completely. But I think you gotta build him up a bit slower. Why? I'll tell you why. Because in this match, right, we saw Cedric I'm sorry, was it Ricochet? Yeah, it was Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet, Ali, and Cruz. Yeah.
They were both made short work, right? They were both eliminated within minutes. Then, and only then, you saw Apollo Crews, the man who has, since 2016, has been on losing streak after losing streak after losing streak after losing streak.
Thank you.
Now he suddenly beats Shelton Benjamin. Okay, Shelton Benjamin, fine. He's been off TV, whatever. I'll make an exception for him. He made short work of Shelton Benjamin. But then he makes short work of MVP. Like, okay, I'm kind of scratching my head at that. But he still wins over an MVP. And I like how MVP sold that powerbomb. I enjoyed it. But then Bobby Lashley comes in, and okay, Bobby Lashley, like, he brought a fight to Apollo Crews, and I'm glad Apollo Crews is getting a push. But, like, can you tell me why all of a sudden Apollo Crews is like Superman?
Well, thank you. And this push is way long overdue, for one. And to go back on what you first said, that they need time to build them up, yes, they do. The thing is, they had this time to do it.
Yeah.
But didn't.
I think they're kind of jumping the gun with him a little bit. I think they need to, like, look, I'm glad he's the United States champion. I'm glad that, you know what I mean, he's battling more competitive. But I think you got to build up his matches a little bit more so that in the future it's more believable that he can be competitive with a guy like Bobby Lashley.
Well, and that's is why I wish... No, and I agree with you 100%. And this is why I wish Paul Heyman was still around, because Paul Heyman's the reason why Apollo Crews is getting this push anyways. So, to be honest, with Heyman gone, I don't see Crews's push going that much longer. Just keeping it real. I would love it to, but I really don't see it.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have that backup behind the scenes that he was getting.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, this push was long overdue. They could have been built up Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
We could have had this a couple of years ago. So it's... Treat Apollo right, but what you're doing right now, like you said, is just kind of not believable.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Either way, like I'm just glad they're building him. I know he's gonna get me wins in this points in the long run after his feud with MVP. I'm interested to see where they go. All right.
I see him losing the title by SummerSlam or the pay-per-view after, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't want him to.
Me neither.
And I won't get any points from that. But that's just me speaking as an Apollo Crews fan. But I don't see his reign going past September, to be honest with you.
Okay. For sure. All right. Next match, what we got?
We got... It was our main event, as far as matches go.
Yeah.
And, didn't get any points for this one. We had Andrade and Montez Ford.
That was our main event?
Yeah.
That was our Raw main event? Okay, that's kind of hard to believe, but okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
Well, when you have Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels in your final segment.
That's true. I know, it's still hard to believe that was our final match, but...
Yeah, but that was our final match of the night. And Montez took the win on that one, as we all know. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it. I mean, I only hated it because I didn't get a point.
And I gained it. Yeah.
All in all, still a good match.
Yeah. I think personally, okay. My only issue with this is that there was clearly some sort of miscommunication. Because commentary was saying, oh, do you think he's going to be okay within these 2 weeks after being poisoned? Well, of course he's not going to be okay. He just got poisoned 2 weeks ago. And Apollo Crews, Montez Ford. How is he moving in the ring? He's moving just fine. He did a tope con hilo. He actually won the goddamn match.
My man was swaying like the ocean. He was smooth during that match. Yes. Yep.
I'm a big fan of his work. I love what he could do. I'm glad I picked the Street Profits. Wait, I picked the Street Profits, right?
Yes, you did.
I forget who I drafted. I gotta really double check those rosters. But okay. Double, triple check. So I'm glad I picked them.
Yeah, I know, because you are shorting yourself points on some of these matches, bro.
Yeah.
When I went back through it, I'm like,
I just think that, what's it called? As far as, As far as this match goes, I think psychologically, if you're going to play on the narrative, is Montez Ford going to be okay, then, Montez Ford should still sell the poison. Or if Montez Ford is going to move in the ring and be okay, then sell the narrative, okay, Montez Ford is clearly healed. One or the other, but don't
the
do
words
both. You
don't
can't do
meet
both.
The actions.
It doesn't work.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I would have done is maybe had him lose this week, not just to get the point, but just to keep selling the poison angle. And then come SummerSlam, boom, my man comes out all fire.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially if you're going to sit there and try and sell it, oh, he was poisoned. How's he going to be? And then we see him on fire, destroying Andrade. So it's like, oh, well, I think he's fine. So, yeah.
It works.
Don't do that. That's contagious.
Sorry.
Even through computer screens.
Sorry. Okay. So, oh, dude, you're gonna make me yawn again.
You started it.
This is gonna be a little vicious cycle. Oh, man.
Stop it!
You made me yawn! Okay.
Folks, remember, he started this.
Fair enough. Okay, so, alright. Last two matches of the night, and then we'll get into Shawn Michaels and HBK and...
Oh, that was the final match of the night, so we can get into...
Well, what about the Cedric Alexander Tozawa stuff? That's where Cedric Alexander won the 24/7 title off of Shelton Benjamin, and then Shelton Benjamin later re-won his title back.
Oh, sorry. Missed that one.
It's okay. Nothing too big. Basically, I got my 5 points. I just want to get that out there. Alright. Okay. So now we got the final segment of the night. Honestly, I thought it was okay. It was okay. Nothing too crazy. Given all the segments that we've seen, I think this would be the weaker of all of the segments.
Yeah.
You know, especially because, like, you utilized Christian in the capacity where he had a match. You utilized Edge. Everyone was effectively utilized. I feel like there was just something underwhelming about Shawn Michaels' use here. Oh, I'm sorry.
And I agree with you when you say it was just okay. I agree with you on that. My only problem with this segment is Shawn Michaels survived an RKO. Stop. I can't stand you. Shawn Michaels pretty much no-sold an RKO and a punt kick to the head within moments. Shawn is my boy. I love it, but that segment would have been a lot better had he just been wheeled out in a stretcher or something, or carried out by Triple H or somebody else, or the locker room or something like that. It just, I don't know. Okay, segment could have been done a lot better.
I noticed that myself, given the fact that Christian took a punt kick, just a punt kick, by the way, and then he reacted as though he had died. You know what I mean? Completely conscious, no motion whatsoever. You touched him, he didn't. It's almost like he didn't feel it after that. Yeah, I mean, Drew McIntyre sold it, and that's not a knock on Christian, by the way. He sold it really well.
No, exactly.
As he should have.
Exactly.
Drew McIntyre sold it worse than, you know what I mean? Drew McIntyre's the active competitor, and he's the one who looked like he was in more pain than Shawn Michaels. So I'm like, well, damn. Okay. I mean, I guess if Shawn Michaels wants to be an in-ring competitor again, he can kind of survive a lot. I don't know.
Well, I mean, seeing who he's gone up against in the past, he can, but no. Sorry. A punt kick and an RKO, within moments of each other? No. Do that one more time. You're trying to cover it up now. You're trying to cover it up.
I'm sorry. That's a product of doing this late. I get tired. Now, if we had started,
old man.
If we had started podcasting up like a couple of months ago, you would not be seeing this, because there was a couple of months ago I wasn't able to sleep till 3, 4 a.m. Oh my God, was that stressful? But anyway.
Well, I'm glad you cured your insomnia.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm just really exhausted. Yeah.
I feel you on that, man.
But yeah. What's it called? Either way, I think maybe there could have been a better utilization of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
we'll see.
Maybe it's a product of all of these returns that maybe, his use just didn't have as much oomph.
Well, this being the Raw before SummerSlam, I think his use is done. That's just it. So, unless they want to build up Shawn Michaels' return versus Randy Orton after SummerSlam,
I don't see that happening.
I really don't see it either.
Yeah.
So, I see maybe Randy and Drew continuing their feud. Because honestly, I see Drew coming out on top in his first match. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that in the predictions, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to cap off Monday Night Raw. Let's go ahead and get into SummerSlam.
NXT?
Oh, sorry, NXT.
And I know you're sleepy, so we'll just breeze on through.
Yeah, we'll Tyler breeze on through. Okay, so... This is also a product of me being tired, is that I'm not checked out, although I am a little bit. I'm not checked out, but I'm just like, no fucks given. I'm gonna just say whatever comes to mind.
Bro, if I were to work today, I'd be the same way. You'd probably all be watching me asleep right now. Just, yeah. This outside dining and this heat is killing me. I've never been so tired in my life, dude.
I'm sorry. Shit, I have to work a warehouse tomorrow. I'm like,
oh. I am so sorry. Ooh.
It's okay. It's what I signed up for.
Yeah, I know.
Especially given that my old job had like 15 cases of COVID and still somehow up. I don't understand. Oh. But, yeah.
Not a warehouse. Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. I just needed something fast.
Woo.
But it's alright. I don't mind. It gets me through the day. It goes by fast.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it beats being stuck at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely does that.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I think the first match for NXT was Gargano versus Holland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was a good match. There was a spot where Gargano took like this nasty scoop slam. Even Mr. Quincy Jones posted.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
Well, I saw that after you texted me about it, and then I saw Quincy Jones post about it too. And I really hope Johnny's not injured.
Yeah, because I can't imagine, like, dude.
But the fact that he still finished that match after that is impressive.
Yeah, I'm like.
So. Good job, Gargano. Damn.
I honestly thought that was gonna be the end of it, like that. I honestly thought, okay, the match must have been might end in like a no contest or whatever. And honestly, I would be okay with that because, like, man, that bump that he took, fuck.
I would have been too. I'm like, give this man some medical attention, and now screw points at this point.
Yeah.
I just want him to be nice and healthy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but kudos to him for continuing the match. I kind of wish he didn't, but and I'm not talking for the points here. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
for,
just maybe it wasn't as bad as it looked. You know, so that's a good spot for TV. But I'm just praying.
I'm praying
it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But all in all, solid match from both of them.
Yeah.
Holland, you're on my radar, bro.
Yeah, good performance. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next match?
Dakota Kai versus Jessie Kamea.
Shit. Okay, this is the match that made me go, shit. I could not
You should have drafted Dakota.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself for not drafting her. And I believe she's one of your trade-outs, right?
No, because I didn't draft her. Now, here's the thing. When we were drafting, I was going to consider it. But when I had rewatched NXT before we started the whole points thing, I was like, I'm going to hold off on this. Okay. Now, while I saw she was going into the title picture, I don't see her winning the title. So that's why I didn't draft her. But foolishly, I didn't draft Io Shirai either. So that's why one of my trades was for Io.
Okay, for sure.
Yes. But I think Dakota would still be a good pick. I'm still considering it. because even if she doesn't win the championship, I still see a lot of wins and build up for her. She's been around for a minute now, and she's been one of those ones that wins, loses. I'm digging this new gimmick and this heel turn she's done. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of, we're talking about Dakota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just given what I saw today, I honestly, I really enjoyed it, so she's on my radar for future consideration, so.
We'll see what your proposal is going to be. We'll see what goes from there.
No worries. We'll get to that. But what's it called? And then overall, the match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I love that they made a couple Dragon Ball Z references with Kamea. I think they what they say, the Kaio kick. I thought that was smooth. I like that.
You're right, they did. What was the other one?
Well, Kamea. That's it. That's all I know of.
Okay.
I just remembered that the Kaio kick.
Because you said a couple of Dragon Ball Z references.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
I didn't hear. It's over 5,000. That's the one that stands out the most.
Over 9,000. Over 9,000. Nice job, though.
Thank you.
What's it called?
I get half a point for effort there.
Okay. So, alright. Next match, was that the 6-man?
Yes, forgive my pronunciation. Legado del Fantasma versus Breezango and Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Man, dude, I cannot believe that I lost the point off of this one. Listen,
you know what?
Legado del Fantastico, they're good.
Phantasma?
Whatever. They're a good tag team, right? They're talented guys. But when I heard commentary say, and keep in mind, this is my first match back, right? This is my first NXT back in months, right? And when I say months, I mean like maybe a year. Maybe even longer, I'll be honest. I'm just so surprised that Tyler Breeze came back to feud with Velveteen Dream for the North American title.
Right.
And then we hear commentary say that, can these guys finally get their win against Legado del
Phantasma
Casper.
And yeah.
Anyway, like, I'm so surprised, right, that they're putting over these guys, which is fine. You got to put over like new top stars, but the reason why I'm so surprised is because I haven't even heard of these goddamn guys.
Same here. And then I find out, like,
they've been winning
the main
for
one, he's just a fill-in champion for, I think Jordan Devlin.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think he's just a fill-in champion. So technically, Jordan Devlin is still the champion. Don't you?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get a half a point for every yawn you do after this. Because trust me, I need them.
It's okay, but you're not winning any. They're non-canon points. That's basically what they are.
I'm gonna get all my points from yawns at this point.
Okay, they're like what if points for you. Okay.
No, honestly, I thought Breezango and Isaiah Scott were gonna take this, but no.
Yeah, after I heard that on commentary, I'm like, okay, I have a feeling they're gonna lose. And then when I see Tyler Breeze, of all people, my favorite one of the three, right? Tyler Breeze takes the pinfall, which was a good match, by the way. But he takes the fall. I forgot the finish. What was that? What was that finisher that he used? Because I saw he like went down kind of like a Michinoku driver type.
Yeah, it was a modified Michinoku driver. We can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know what to call it. I don't even know if that's the dude's main finisher. Mm-hmm. It could be. I've never heard of these guys until I started watching NXT recently again.
Yeah.
So, but it was a solid match.
Yeah. Well, all right. I will say Dave Lagana del Danny Phantom is on my radar. So, so yeah.
Dave Lagana, Danny Phantom. I'm here for it.
Like I said, this is a product of me being checked out. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. You know what? We should podcast while I'm in this mood more often. I'm enjoying this. And I'm straight edge, by the way. Imagine me drunk or high. No, I'm just tired. I'm just tired as shit. That's it. Will never happen, by the way. But
if you were drunk or high, we'd probably have an 8-hour show.
And I would force it too. It wouldn't even be. I know you'd be tired by the 4th hour. I'd be like, no, we're doing this still.
So then Dr. Pepper Punk came back tonight. Who?
At this point, I'd be making references that like I'd
Samoa
be making jokes. I'd be making jokes that would just go over your people's heads. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Samoa Jones made his return tonight.
At this point, like jokes that don't even make sense either. Like, so the man who's named Joseph that is not Samoan, but he is Samoan. Like his name is Roman. I'm like, it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. That's what it would be like with me. It'd be like you'd want to just tell me to shut up at that point. But no.
That podcast would be a lot like Drunken History. I don't know if you've seen that show.
Drunken History?
Yes. Where people get drunk and talk about historical things. Oh, I'll text you a station that comes. It's on Hulu, if you have Hulu. The show is amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's going to have you in tears. You'll be laughing so hard. And then they get actors to act out what these drunk people are saying.
What?
It's amazing. Drunk History. You have to see it. Because I see you, if you're ever drunk or high, being just like one of them on our podcast.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. This is like WWE's version of Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. It's just never going to happen. For whatever reason, they want those two people away from each other. I don't get it, but it'll never happen.
Word. But you know what? Sleepy Eddie is just as good as Drunk History.
I'm enjoying this. No, all
right. Man said Lagarda, damn Daniel, Del Taco, whatever. I don't.
You just came up with one right there. Good job. I'm contagious. I'm contagious. Oh man.
Oh, that. I love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you too, though.
The next match was
okay.
Rhea
So
Rip-
all right. So we're done with lasagna del filet mignon. All right, last one. All right. Okay. What else we got?
I wish I wrote all these down. All right. We have Rhea Ripley and Shotzi Blackheart versus Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez. Now, this match I actually didn't watch. I know you did because you texted me during the match. Mm-hmm. And I think I texted you back. I hope Aaliyah takes the L just because I don't want you to have the point.
Yeah. Neither one of us drafted Shotzi or
Rhea Ripley. I forgot about Rhea.
I was gonna draft Rhea, but I was under the impression that she wasn't able to make shows due to the pandemic, because I know that there was a rumor going on, and I don't remember what time frame that was. It could have actually been before WrestleMania, which if it is, then I'm just dumb as shit.
No, this had to happen right after WrestleMania because remember she fought Charlotte.
Yeah,
and that's how she lost the NXT Championship. That was at WrestleMania, so it had to be after.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if this rumor had come before WrestleMania and I really didn't pay attention, then I'm dumb as shit. That's what I'm saying. Now so I did hear that rumor, and that's why I didn't pick her. So I'm like, okay, same reason I'm not picking Bobby Roode. But
I don't know why you pick him anyways, but okay.
Okay, hold on. I'll respond to that later. Maybe, if it even matters to me by that point. Listen.
I think we fought about this on the last podcast.
Yeah. 2 podcasts ago, I think, actually.
Yeah, 1 or 2 ago.
Well, I'm tired. Well, actually, it might have been last podcast. I'm sorry. Okay, point being. Blah, 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 blah. So, that's why I didn't pick her. But when I saw her, I'm like, I'm kicking myself because I know Aaliyah's going to lose. And I'm a fan of Aaliyah. I'm a fan of the Robert Stone stuff. Well, I don't care about the Robert Stone stuff. I'm just a fan of Aaliyah. I saw her in 2016. I was very impressed. I forgot who she wrestled, but I was very impressed. And so, like, when I see her...
Well, she's been around for a few years now, though, right? Aaliyah?
Yeah, and I remember there was, like, a couple of years that WWE wasn't using her just because of the flood of women's wrestlers already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of glad that they're finally doing something with her. To me, what I didn't like... And this just goes with how things are right now. But of course, you know, Mercedes Martinez is kind of the main attraction right now. They're the one, she's the one that they're putting over, right? So, I wasn't a fan of it. Listen, I've never seen Mercedes Martinez wrestle up until today, and what I saw, I enjoyed, right?
Really? Wait, so you didn't watch the Mae Young Classics?
I watched the first one.
Because she was in both of them.
She was in both? Okay, then yeah. I might have actually been. I might have actually. I'll be honest. If she did, then I don't remember because it was just so long ago. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? There's just so much.
And she wasn't one that lost in the first round. Like she made it at least to the quarterfinals or semifinals.
Gotcha. Well, okay. I'm sorry.
In her tournament, yeah.
There's just so much. You know what I mean? I can't remember everything. I'm sorry, but Okay, so from what I know about Mercedes, right? I saw her today or yesterday, and she impressed me. I enjoyed it, you know. But personally, I would have liked to see more shine on Aaliyah because that's the person I'm a fan of.
Right.
You know, that's just me. That's just me. From a fan standpoint, it's not really a criticism, more as it's just a nitpick. And you know, whatever. Either way, it still wasn't a bad match. I still have no complaints about it because, like, you know, it was still enjoyable to watch regardless, you know. And I did enjoy seeing what Aaliyah did, even if it wasn't too much. So I enjoyed it. Good match for what it was.
Well, I think with this whole Robert Stone brand thing, when Chelsea returns, I'm pretty sure she's going to be feuding with him.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure the one she's going to feud with probably would be Aaliyah. Because it seems like they're going to have Mercedes feud with Rhea Ripley. When I watched NXT from the week before, just to get some research done, she attacked her after the match and everything like that. So,
gotcha.
Okay. I wouldn't get rid of Aaliyah just yet. I think you didn't make a bad pick when it came to that.
Oh, no, I'm not getting rid of her.
Yeah, I just think it has to keep being built, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still taking a chance on her. I'm still a big fan of hers, so, yeah.
Good.
All right, what's the next match?
Our main event, Velveteen Dream versus Finn Balor.
This one was a funny one.
This one was a funny one. It was a fun one to watch, and I was watching it with my dad and my brother, who both know that I'm doing this draft thing, so that's why they were watching to see if I was going to get a point or not. This ending was some BS.
You know what's funny, right? Like, Velveteen Dream, he comes back last week, right? And then he comes back this week. I'm just so surprised after all the allegations, after everything. Maybe he was proven innocent. I don't know.
Right.
But, like, you have him come back. It just seems like they're kind of half pregnant with him. Because he comes back.
Good choice of words, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
good choice of words.
And I know that doesn't exist in reality. There's no such thing as half pregnant. Vince McMahon says it himself. But
folks, you get the idea.
Yeah. Like, what I mean by this is, right, they have him come back. And he comes back not in his traditional purple attire, but he's wearing these jeans and, like, this red shirt. It just reminded me of, like, who did they like? Who did people like in, okay, Macho Man in WCW when he would come out wrestling, like, Macho Man in TNA when he would come out, wrestling in, like, long sleeve and jeans or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would liken this to. Because I'm like, okay, why is he dressed like that? You know what I mean? Not even wrestling gear. But then he comes out the winner on this. And I know that Finn Balor, like, he needed some help to beat Finn Balor. So Finn Balor didn't lose clean. I'm okay with that. But the idea of Velveteen Dream in a title match right now just doesn't make sense, I think.
I feel you. And to be honest, I thought the match was going to end up being a no contest considering everyone involved in that ladder match on TakeOver were making appearances. So I was like, oh, you know what? This is about to be a no contest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to gain a point. I'm not going to lose a point. It's
but you
fine.
Still lost a point.
I still lost one. And then even my dad and brother were like, oh, yeah, it's about to be no contest. Because they're like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? I'm like, I don't know, but one of them needs to interfere in this match and get somebody DQ'd or something. Like,
but then I finally saw. Yeah. That's another thing. This is my very first time seeing Cameron Grimes, whatever the hell people say. Like the very famous Cameron Grimes I'd never seen, and now I know who this Cameron Grimes is. Not at all what I had envisioned. But okay.
It's my second time seeing him. I'm really not interested. I'm sorry, Cameron Grimes. I'll do more research. I do like your boy. What's his name? Not Isaiah, but Priest.
Damian Priest.
And then
I like
the other big boy too. That Priest had a match with last week on
Dominic
NXT.
Dijakovic?
No, not him. I'm talking about the big boy. What is his name? Well, you'll see on TakeOver. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's some interesting choices.
Was he a draft pick of mine?
Nope, of neither of ours.
Okay, we'll see.
But he fought Damian Priest last week though, and he's also in the ladder match on TakeOver on Saturday.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, because he was the one that came out there at the same time Damian Priest came out when they were staring down somebody.
Mm. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know.
All in all, I thought the match was a really good match. It was a fun match to watch. And this made it a little bit more stressful just because of this draft thing. So I had me, my dad, and brother all into it.
That's a good thing about this draft. Trying to see if
I'm getting a point.
That's a good thing about this draft. It just gets you that much more invested. Okay.
So I'm like, come on, no contest. I'm like, Dream? Dream took it? Oh, okay. Negative what? Which is why I actually came out with no points from NXT, even though I did the best on that show.
I'm impressed by that. Okay, so all right, let's get into predictions. So that's gonna cover this show.
Do you have the list up?
Let me get the list up. This is also a product of being tired.
I got you, fam. Don't worry.
All right, you look up the NXT TakeOver predictions. I'll look over the SummerSlam card.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll do a little divide and conquer. Shit. With how tired I am, I should be doing this podcast laying down.
I am here for Sleepy Ed.
I'm laying down now. And I'm not wearing any pants. Just kidding, I am. But okay.
Alright. So we'll start with TakeOver first, only because that'll be the first.
Oh, that reminds me. What do you think of this whole Thunderdome concept?
Thunderdome?
So WWE is out of the Performance Center now into the Thunderdome, and now fans will be virtual watching the matches as we watch them. I don't like this idea. Is this your first time hearing this?
Yeah.
I feel bad for you. So yeah. You live in a rock then. Just kidding.
I do. I'm old. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so apparently WWE is going to be having fans. I don't know. I
mean, you know what? As long as there's some sort of fans in the audience, I guess I'm here for it. Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna be like that. They're gonna be like holograms. Here, let me text you. Let me text it to you actually.
Yeah, do that.
Sorry, that way it's easier for you to see.
Wait, the fans are gonna be holograms.
Like they're gonna be virtual, so.
So, like, if we're watching it, we'll be in the audience type of deal?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Did you see the picture?
Like, you can't be watching me and then put my little image up on your little...
And then some creepy-ass dude in the corner. I don't...
Okay. No.
I don't like it either.
I'd be homeboy that has the blank screen right there, right there, right there, right there. Yeah. I'm open. So is this going to be the new official arena for the shows, or?
Up until October. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was just getting used to the Performance Center, and quite frankly,
I've gotten used to it, and it got better once they added people into the audience, even if they were still wrestlers. I'm cool with it. At least I'm hearing reactions.
But now
this right here is just...
I don't know. This is BS. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think they're making a mistake. People are going to complain. People are going to think that this is unwatchable. It just it feels like a step down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good on that.
But
sorry, Vince. Oh, hello. There's my brother.
Let's watch tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. I mean, we have to, quite frankly.
They're doing it tomorrow?
Yeah, they're that's when it debuts. Starting Friday.
What show comes up? Oh, tomorrow's Friday, so they're doing this for SmackDown. Tomorrow is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I have work, so I can't participate live in Thunderdome. That's a PLK first. I got flipped off. Yes.
I have to watch the show, and I get off at 5:30. So actually, I might be able to like waste time and lose an hour. Well, either way, we still gotta watch the show. For the sake of
I start at 4:30, so I'll watch it on Hulu Saturday morning.
Dude, imagine watching this for NXT TakeOver.
Are they doing the pay-per-views like this too?
Yep. Everything.
Well, I'll have a blank screen. And there it is. We don't have to sign up to watch it, right?
No. We don't. We're not. No. We're not signing up for it. But this is how it's going to be watching the shows. We're going to be seeing a bunch of like squares.
A bunch of people that are signing in to watch it live and all that. Okay, yeah. All right, I get it.
That's going to be really distracting. I don't.
Well,
like it.
I mean,
I feel like
the cheering's going to be interesting, but okay.
Imagine all the people. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. I just say keep it the way you've been doing it.
Oh no!
If it ain't broke,
of course you got to repair it.
Well,
even though it's not broken.
Well, here we go for NXT Takeover XXX. We have Legado del Fantasma versus Breezango versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. And it's a #1 contender match for the NXT Championships.
Breezango. I want them to win.
I'm going to go with Breezango as well.
Yeah, actually. I want them to win.
Yeah.
I'm not going by who I think for this match. I'm going by who I want. Breezango. Not for the points, but also because I'm a fan of Tyler Breeze. They need to be doing something with Tyler Breeze. He needs a title match. I'm sorry, but
well, it's funny.
Legend,
I think and want them to win. So yeah.
I getcha. So listen, Legend of Zelda's Phantom does not need to win. Oni Lorcan and Danny Basham, something Birch, I forgot his name.
Does not need to Zelda Phantom. I don't want this team showing up on our podcast ever again. I can't do this.
Well, it's okay. I'm gonna try not to repeat this joke.
Okay.
Just for this one episode. I'm gonna do it as much as I can.
It gets better each time. Not Legends of Zelda Phantom. Okay. Oh, I wish I would have thought of that one. Okay. The next match we have Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee. My prediction is Cole, obviously.
Yeah. Given WWE's past history of celebrities somehow defeating wrestlers, case in point, John Cena losing to Kevin Federline, it's really hard to...
Not about that.
It's really hard to predict or imagine Adam Cole, winning. But I'll say that Adam Cole will win.
Yeah.
And also, my whole thing is I wonder what finish they're gonna use, because I don't see Pat McAfee taking a Panama Sunrise. He's not trained for that.
I didn't think about that.
So I think he'll lose off a super kick. So, yeah.
Pat could take the win. I'm gonna keep my pick with Adam Cole.
Yeah, I'm gonna think. Did I say Pat would win?
No, you said Adam.
Okay, Adam. Okay.
Just via super kick.
Okay, for sure. Or something.
All right, next.
What else we got?
We got the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai.
Whoever it is.
Io Shirai, I'm going with. Not just this is my pick. I don't see her losing the title just yet. It's going to Io.
Okay.
And your pick?
I'm going to go ahead and officially trade out my very first free trade out. I'm going to trade out Humberto Carrillo, and I'm going to go ahead and take Dakota Kai as one of my people. And I think Dakota Kai is going to win this one. So,
okay.
She's now officially a member of my roster.
And I'm now officially a little bit stressed out. Thank you, but okay. Good choice.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, that's his name. Bronson Reed.
Oh, that's the big guy you were talking about.
Yes.
I heard his name. I let me look him up. Right.
Yeah, because the next match is going to be for the NXT North American Championship, where we got Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano versus Cameron Grimes versus the Velveteen Dream.
You know, he kind of looks like Bubba Graceland.
He does, right?
For those of you who don't know GCF, by the way, you guys should totally check that out. Bubba Graceland is one of our wrestlers, or was one of our wrestlers. But yeah, he kind of looks like him a little bit. I'm sure the guys at GCF would appreciate that one.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
this is tough. All right, because for me, I'm gonna choose two. I'm gonna predict.
Who are the names again?
So we have Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Cameron Grimes, and Velveteen Dream. I think it's either going to be Damian Priest or Johnny Gargano. Honestly, I can't choose between the two, but it's either my pick or your pick.
Okay.
Yeah. Out of all these guys, here's the thing. Velveteen Dream, he just took this big win on NXT. I really don't think they're going to give him that big win again on Saturday because he's still in this weird limbo on what to do with him. His name's going to draw star power towards the match, obviously, and I think that's why he won. But, yeah, I'm going with Priest or Gargano, and I just hope it's Gargano, obviously, for points reasons.
I'm going to go with you on this one, although I'm going to reverse my think and hope. So I'm going to hope for Damian Priest for the points, but I think Gargano's going to win this one, just for the sake of longevity. Okay. He's been here longer. It kind of makes sense. And plus,
we have the same prediction, just differences between think and hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that and what's it called? Also, just basically the fact that he's an NXT mainstay. Basically, I don't see him going up to the main roster at all.
I see him making appearances like he did in the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. But I think NXT should be his home. Yeah, I think NXT should be his home.
Yeah, that's about it. All right.
All right.
What else?
We have the final prediction. Will be the main event, and this is going to be Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross. Again, Ed versus Ed, and I'm going to go out and just say, even though Karrion Kross is my pick, I don't see him winning the championship. I'm going to go with Keith Lee on this. However, I would like to see Karrion Kross win by maybe a DQ or something cheap like that. But either way, Keith Lee, I think, is still going to walk out of TakeOver with the championship. Whether he wins or loses. If Karrion Kross wins, it's going to be by DQ or count out or something BS like that.
Okay. With this, okay.
But I'm going with Keith Lee on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
This, I've gone back and forth so many times on this. I want Keith Lee to win. Not for the points, but because I like Keith Lee. I don't like what we're doing with this Thunderdome BS. But with saying that, I realize the Thunderdome is going to be every single show. So either way, it's not even going to matter. Keith Lee's going to be affected by this BS. So, I'm going to just stick to my original pick. I think that Keith Lee's going to be a transitional champion to usher in the new guard of NXT, and Keith Lee is going to move to the main roster eventually. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally right.
No, I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah.
But okay.
I think Keith Lee is going to the main roster, so I'm picking Karrion Kross for the win here. I don't want him to win, but I think that's what's likely, in my opinion.
Do you hear this, folks? We're picking each other's picks to win.
This is quite literally an interesting case of some old bullshit.
Why didn't we just draft the other picks?
We might as well switch the damn shows. Oh my god.
And this is why we actually rule, bro. I didn't see your prediction coming, but what you explained makes sense. It does. But I'm going to stay with Keith Lee, only because he just won it. And he just gave up a championship to continue holding on to that. Mm-hmm. So,
I'm falling asleep, dude. I'm tired.
You got two. It's up to you for SummerSlam. All right. So that's our NXT predictions. Let's get to SummerSlam so Ed can go to bed.
All right. Good. I like that motto. Ed can go to bed. Listen, let's
put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. All right, before we get started, I want to make my our very first on-screen trade between the GMs. And no, that doesn't mean we'll have off-screen trades. This will all be on-screen. So, here's my proposal to you. You want to get rid of Jeff Hardy.
I don't, but I do. But yes, I need to.
Okay. So, just so you don't use up your last trade out, your last free trade out, because after that it'll be 5 points deducted every time you do so, with of course exceptions. I am proposing a trade for you. You take Jeff Hardy, I take Jeff Hardy. You take for my roster Ricochet. What do you say?
Ew. They're really not doing much with Ricochet these days.
Well, given Monday, the fact that they teased a little breakup between Cedric Alexander and Ricochet, that might lead to something. I don't know.
All right, we'll keep it interesting. I'll take your trade.
You take it? Cool.
Yes.
All right. So
I'll take Ricochet. You now have Jeff Hardy.
All right, that means we're up against each other when it comes to the Intercontinental title match.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And I don't have to stress out tomorrow night.
All right, fair enough.
And not make any points off of a good match.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Okay, so
watch Jeff Hardy win. Watch Jeff Hardy win. Watch. Ooh.
Easy 5 points for me. Well, 10 actually. What's it called? All right, so first match of the SummerSlam card, we got Matt Riddle versus King Corbin.
Matt Riddle.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious Matt Riddle. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, we got hair versus hair, Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose. What you got?
Even though Sonya's on my roster, I think Mandy's gonna take this.
I'm going with you on this one. I think it's just kind of too obvious. Listen, Mandy just got a new look. Yeah. I don't see her shaving that shit off.
She just got her hair cut. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
plus, Sonya Deville's the one who kind of has a crazy gimmick going on. So.
And a bald head would kind of suit her character. It won't take anything away from it. So.
Yeah.
I would love Sonya to win, but I'm giving this one to Mandy.
Yeah. All right. Cool. United States Championship MVP versus Apollo Crews. Who you got?
Apollo.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, baby. 1 second. Sorry, let me answer his text. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm not gaining or losing any points off of this one, given they're both guys on my roster. Fuck it. Apollo Crews. I don't know who's gonna win. I'll be honest, I can kind of see it going both ways. So I'm gonna just go with Apollo Crews. Alright, Street Profits. Andrade versus Andrade and Angel Garza. Who you got?
Andrade and Garza.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my guys.
Not just because they're on my roster, but I'm going with my guys.
Fair enough. I'm going to go with my guys. Street Profits, I think they're going to win. I don't know. I don't see the bad guys winning off of poisoning. I mean, unless they're continuing this feud somehow. I don't know. I'm going to just go with...
After what we saw on Monday, unless they poison that man again, yeah, they're not going to win off of poisoning.
Yeah.
The actions don't match the words, so...
What I mean by that is I don't see the bad guys winning the blow-off. You know what I mean? If this is the blow-off match, I don't see the bad guys winning this one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the Street Profits will win this one. All right, Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio. Who you got?
Seth Rollins.
I think it's pretty much a given. Seth Rollins. That's an easy 5 points for you.
Yeah.
Street Fight. Easy 10 points for you. So, there you go. Alright. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Asuka. Who you got?
Wait, wasn't it a triple threat?
No. I believe they're gonna have, so Bayley's gonna wrestle first against Asuka, and then Sasha's
and then Sasha's gonna wrestle Asuka?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I kinda am gonna predict Asuka on this one. Yeah.
Okay. Asuka. Yeah, because I think, listen, I'm going to go with this one because... I'm going to go with Asuka on this one because it just makes more sense that, if Asuka's going to win a match and she's going to lose the next one, she's not... There's no chance in hell of this double champion bullshit happening. Right? I mean, I know we've seen it, but I just don't see them unifying the titles of both brands, nor do I want to see that.
No.
So,
well, it would make sense. Bayley's been the longest reigning, I think, SmackDown Women's Champion that we've had so far, so it would make sense for her to lose her title. Mm-hmm. Sasha just got the Raw Women's title, so...
Sasha,
I see Asuka. Asuka beating Bayley and Sasha beating Asuka.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm with you on that. I just thought, my line of thinking is whoever wrestles first is going to lose it. Yeah, Bayley's held it long enough. This can start the feud. Whatever the hell the case is, I'm just glad they're finally going to feud a little bit. I really hope they just take the women's tag titles off of them before they start feuding. Because it
might make it more interesting if they're still the women's tag team champions. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
With Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, they had that match at WrestleMania, and they were both the tag team champions.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then when Eddie finally turned heel, that's when they lost it.
Yeah. So that could work. It could work.
Yeah. Okay, so we're both in agreement. Bayley's gonna lose, Sasha's gonna win.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, next we have the Universal Championship match. Hoss Fight versus Hoss Fight. Monster versus Monster. Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman. Who you got?
I know I drafted Braun, but I honestly think it's going to go to Bray. I kind of think it should go to Bray because Braun is a boring as fuck champion. So, there.
I said this last week. I'll say it again.
I only drafted Braun because he was Universal Champion. I'm trying to get whatever points I can, which has been nothing. So it's fine. I can get rid of him and use my last recall after SummerSlam, okay? My last pick, yes.
Okay.
I'm going with Bray.
I said this last week. I'll say it again. If Braun Strowman were hanging off of a cliff with Dolph Ziggler and they both gave me their hands to save them, I would step on Dolph Ziggler's hand to give Braun Strowman a high five. That's how little I like either of them. Mostly Braun Strowman, by the way. Dolph Ziggler was just added in there to heckle Eddie Enigma. Listen. I think the Fiend is going to win over this one. Braun Strowman has been an uneventful world champion. It's just for one, it's a product of the pandemic era, and two, it's just he hasn't done shit of noteworthy. You know, he's feuded with Bray Wyatt, and that's about it.
That's the only memorable thing about his title reign.
Yep.
Was his program with Bray Wyatt. Aside from that, like, sorry, Snorefest.
Yes.
I want Bray to win. I'll take the L on that. Please win, Bray.
Yeah. I'll take the easy 10 points. Okay.
Damn, it is 10, huh? Okay, Braun, maybe.
All right. Okay. So next we got, I think, the main event. Wow, this is kind of a short card. Okay, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Who you got?
This sucks. Orton's on my roster, obviously, but I think Drew McIntyre is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I don't think Drew has been boring as a champion. I think he's a good champion. I think Randy is a good person to put him up against to help elevate him as a champion. And that's what I kind of think is going to happen. So I'm going with Drew.
I think I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Lance Storm match. I'm tired of shit. Listen. And this isn't a character or a gimmick, folks. This is actually me right now. I have been back and forth. By the way, is my mic making any noise?
You're fine.
Cool. I have been back and forth with this match. Why? Because I don't know where the hell this is going to go. Alright? If Drew McIntyre loses, that thwarts his momentum. Okay, let me read.
Right.
If Randy Orton loses, that thwarts his momentum. You know? And if you want to continue this feud with Randy and Edge, then that thwarts the momentum of that feud. However, if this is going to be the blow-off to Randy Orton's, villainous run of just destroying people left and right, okay, fine. I'm okay with Drew McIntyre taking the win. However, you kind of left him on a loose thread with this mean streak of destroying people. So, I say if you're going to have him lose, make this a no disqualification match. And have other people interfere. Have Big Show interfere. Give him a WMD. Maybe if Edge is okay, not a spear, but just give him like a chair shot. Will this make Drew McIntyre look weak? Yes, but it'll tie this loose goddamn end. I hate loose ends.
Agree. What they should do, since clearly Shawn Michaels is okay after a punt kick to the head and an RKO, he could just come out for the sweet chin music to help out Drew.
I mean, he did just say that either way, by a Claymore or by sweet chin music, you'll get your justice. So that does kind of hint to me that Shawn Michaels will get involved in some manner. So, okay, bullet to the head. I'm going to go ahead and pick Drew McIntyre for the win here.
Yeah, good choice. I'm sticking with Drew too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the right call to go. I didn't think about some of those other points you brought up as far as the Orton and Edge feud and things like that. But yeah, I still see Drew walking out with this.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm fine with it, given the fact that, they have brought it up. And it is a bit of a loose end, but whatever, who the hell cares? If this is going to end... Randy does not need to be a 14-time world champion. He really does not.
No.
And for people thinking that Ric Flair might interfere, I don't see that happening either. This was his role exit, as my sociology professor would say. Last Monday was his role exit. In storyline, of course. Role exit. But, Alright. All right. So overall, I won this week, right? How many points?
You won the week. So for week number 1, you are up 10 points to 1 point.
Okay. So I take it we're starting off the week every Friday?
Yes.
Every
So
Friday's
for
the
week
start
number
of the new
1, yeah. So for week number 1, you got 10 points. I got 1. And come tomorrow, we start the points for the new week.
Okay. For sure. Okay. Alright, so that's going to do it for this show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry I'm so damn tired. Or, I mean, I guess if you guys found me so entertaining, then you're welcome. Either way.
Let Ed go to bed. Let Ed go to bed.
Yeah. If you see the return of Sleepy Ed throughout the season, have fun. That's all I can say.
I hope we do.
Oh, man. And hey, this is going straight to upload, by the way. There's no editing in this.
Legends of Zelda Day Fantastico. Oh, God. I love you. That was great.
Thank you. All right. We Tyler breezed through this podcast really well. I'm sorry. I had to really do that. Read twice. It was so nice. I had to do it twice.
Sleepy Ed is golden. Oh, I love it.
For sure. I can reinvent myself. Chris Jericho isn't the only one.
Well, we're gonna have a lot to talk about next podcast, so make sure you're nice and rested. We have SmackDown, Takeover, and SummerSlam to go through.
Oh, when works for you? Wednesday?
Let me see.
Because Sunday you work, right?
Yeah, I go back to work tomorrow, but I'll be working through the weekend. And Monday and Tuesday, so Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're down to do it really late one of those nights.
Well, how late are we talking?
After 10, like today.
That's the thing, because I got to go to work in the morning, you know?
Boom. We'll just keep in touch. We'll plan it for my next day off.
We'll probably do it Wednesday.
It'll most likely be Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, that works for me. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate your attendance. We appreciate you guys. Listen, back to the cheap plugs. For $25, buy the Podcast Legend Goes t-shirt. For $1, get yourself a free nickname and a shout-out. Nickname of your choice, by the way. So if you want to call yourself the Shiggy Shaggy Man, I don't know. If you want to call yourself that, the Shiggy Shaggy Man, go ahead, be the Shiggy Shaggy Man.
Please do.
Come on. I want to shout out the Shiggy Shaggy Man.
Or even the Legend of Zelda Day Fantasmic. Whatever.
Dave Lagana del Danny Phantom. That was my favorite one, I think.
I need these guys off of television. We can no longer, we can't deal with these people no more. We cannot.
Delano del Roosevelt. Oh no, I'm reaching here, but whatever. So
cool. And go to bed.
Okay. I think it's time. All right. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Match recommendation of the week. Before I forget, what you got, Eddie?
Ooh, you know what? It's going to be a more recent one. It's going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville and, what's his face? Austin Aries. Neville and Austin Aries, WrestleMania from 2 years ago.
35, I think? That was a good one.
Yeah. The pre-show. The pre-show match, yeah. Well, it got knocked down to the pre-show, even though it should have been on the main show, but, you know.
I mean, honestly, that was such a stacked roster. It's hard to really... Or that was such a stacked lineup of matches.
No, it was.
Yeah.
Because even the SmackDown women's match got pushed down to the pre-show, but
and then
they
got
had pushed back.
They got pushed back, which good for them.
It was the IC title match. I think that got pushed down to the pre-show.
And
it was Corbin and somebody.
Corbin and Dean Ambrose.
There you go. Yeah.
Which, I mean, to be honest, that feud was kind of cold. And I hate to say that as a Dean Ambrose fan, but yeah, that's how it goes.
But I think we talked about this in past podcasts, so people look it up.
Yeah, it was actually, and that was a damn good podcast. I remember us talking about it. There was one feud in particular that there was one segment that I just found so offensively bad, especially for SmackDown's creative team at the time, that they had Dean Ambrose and Corbin, and there was this split screen segment where Dean Ambrose...
It was that one-on-one, interview split screen segment. I'll never forget you complaining about this. Yes.
And as a Dean Ambrose fan, I felt so disgusted. Because typically, sometimes his humor is hit or miss, depending on what creative wants him to do. And the fact that they had him, argue like a child, and then click the camera, it just, oh my God. I'm having bad flashbacks. I'm going to have nightmares.
Folks, go back and listen to this podcast.
I don't know what episode it was. You just guys have to, scroll down every single one. If I didn't put it on private, that is, because there are a few episodes that I put on private. I was like, man, I'm sorry. After there are a few podcasts. I'm like, I didn't like.
If you can't find it, DM Ed, and he'll find it for you. There you go.
Yeah. By the way, no promises. I won't promise to find it for you. I'm just saying.
Don't DM Sleepyhead.
DM me, and I'll find it, but I can't promise to you that I'll find it, if that makes sense. So DM me, and
we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'll try to find it, but don't count on me finding it. But I promise that I'll find it. But no promises that I'll find it. If that all makes sense. And if it doesn't, well then I'm sorry, but you're out of luck at that point. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm sleepy as hell.
You owe them a shirt.
You can't even rely on me making any sense in this whole damn podcast. I can't even get a tag team name right, people. And you expect me to find a podcast from 2 years ago? Good luck.
Yes. What's your match recommendation?
Okay. So, I recommended this on my most recent podcast with John, but due to a lot of glitching errors, I noticed that a lot got cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and re-recommend this one. It was Randy Orton versus Blank at SummerSlam 2004. I thought that was a good match. Very good back and forth. Randy Orton got crowned as, his first world championship. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to say Randy Orton versus Blank at SummerSlam 2004. Yeah. No, okay. Now for my real match recommendation of the week. I just recommended that one for the sake of the joke. But, okay, I'm sorry, I had to retell that joke. If that made it in that podcast with John, I'm sorry, guys. I had to make sure that joke got in there. Okay, match recommendation of the week. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Elimination Chamber 2016 with Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, The Miz, John Cena, and AJ Styles. That was a good one. That was a good Elimination Chamber match in 2016. We saw Bray Wyatt win his very first...
that Bray one, right?
Yep, his very first WWE champion. I was good with that.
Okay, I agree. That was a good match.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. All right. I'm done holding you guys hostage because let's
Good night,
face it. I'm
folks.
over here checking out like crazy. So good night, guys.
Let Ed go to bed. Good night, y'all. Good night, Ed.
Good night, man.